What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today, in the world of indie games, we're checking out a little city builder, micromanagey resource farming game called Cliff Empire. I guess that's a terrible description of this game. So, it's a game where you are on top of a post-apocalyptic world on these little mesas, and you're building cities with limited space, and you've got to manage a bunch of resources in order to make sure that you're sustainable moving into the future. There we go. That's a much more succinct way of saying it. I feel proud of myself. Everybody applaud! Nah, I'm just kidding. You don't have to applaud. I won't be able to hear it anyways. I'm on your computer screen. Let's play the game and check it on out. New game, and let's get riding. After a nuclear war in the past decade, the surface of the Earth was covered with a layer of radioactive mist. Several thousand people found shelter on an orbital station. Those who stayed had time to build artificial cliffs on the surface to give a chance for future generations to return home. Alright, so we can set up our game mode. Let's go with the default game mode, I guess. Whatever the default is, we can generate the level and we can take a look at the different cliffs that we have available. I don't know if time is running right now. I would hope that it's not. Yeah, time should definitely be paused. Let's see here. So we've got a little triangle right there. Kind of a long strippy-doo. We've got another triangle right there. Okay, that looks alright. We got water on that side. I feel like these are all very, very small surfaces. I would like for them to be larger. This one only has 2, which is kind of interesting. This one's got 2. This one's mostly water, but I think we might be able to make this one work right here. I honestly don't know. I haven't played this in a really, really long time. So it wants us to go ahead and it wants us to build a storage. All right, we have aesthetics, we have food, we have population and landscaping, energetics, we have industry, so there's the storage right there. It's going to cost us 5 matter and 350 credits. Alright. I don't know where I want my matter thingy to be, but we can kind of just put it anywhere. I don't really care. Maybe we'll sit it off towards the side over here, possibly. I don't know if there's little triangle pieces or anything, but we'll put one right there. Oh, cool. We've got a spaceship that comes down from orbit. Hello, spaceship. How are you? You're pretty badass looking. Is that a gun on the front of you? You should probably use that to dispense of our enemies. Alright, so we got 250 bucks for doing that. We need to build a landing platform and housing for 15 citizens. Alright, I think we can do that. Shouldn't be too hard. So we've got a house over here and a medium residence. What's the difference between these two? So that takes up 1, and it's got 13 slots. That's got 26, and it takes up 2 slots. Oh, that's not actually that bad. I think are we zoomed out or something? I was gonna say, I feel like we're zoomed out really far. I don't know if they care where housing goes. That looks good enough for right now. And then we need a landing platform. Let's go ahead and see if we can find the landing platform. So we've got solar power stations right now. We've got, let's see here, what other things are available inside this place? We've got a storage, a cold storage, a matter mine, a recycling plant. Where is an office building and a market? Where is the landing thingy? Ah, there it is. It's inside this little menu right here for population and landscaping. So there's 2 landing platforms. I wonder if that one can stick out over the side. Can I dangle this off of the edge? Ooh, I can. That's pretty badass. Okay. I like it. I'll probably put it right there then. That seems alright. We're probably going to need some kind of platform or bridge that goes over there. Let's see here. So we've got cryptocurrency, we've got obsidian, we've got the quiet coast, and we've got the north coast. Gotcha. So we're on north coast right now. So technically the map is supposed to be oriented like this right here, with this being north, east, south, and west. Okay. How do I know what the statistics of this place are? Okay. So by clicking on this little tab up here, it'll actually give us the stats of each of the little geographical areas. This place is very windy, so we're probably going to want to use wind power over here, I think. We can get rid of that menu right there. Let's go ahead and turn it on, and we'll kind of see how things develop around here. We've got 3 little drones that are flying around. They appear to be like house size. Those are really big drones that are somehow staying elevated. I'm proud of you. We got 18% construction happening right here. Cool. I like watching the building process on each of these. So apparently we have like nuclear material right there of some kind. What is that? Like what's in our storage right here? So we have uranium. Uranium fever is flowing across the land. Uranium fever. With a pocket full of big old drones, I build myself a cliffside home. You guys almost done over here? You guys like doing your thing? I believe in you. I want you to know that, drones, that like I have faith that you're going to do this job well and in a satisfactory way. We're 73% done right there, and there is our landing platform. Pretty cool. I'm digging it. I think we're going to save some space over here, though, so we'll probably start building this way. Nice. So my house is done. Let's get our reward. We got 250 crypto. We got to settle 15 citizens. All right, so in orbit, volunteers are signing up to settle in your new city. The rate at which they are assigned is determined by the city's prestige. Settlers will join the city in groups of 15. Negative will cause citizens to leave and go back to the orbital station in groups of 15. Okay. So I assume that I just kind of do that. Yeah, it looks like they're just going to come. Oh, cool, we're fire. I thought it was exploding for a second, but nope. We're just celebrating new people arriving, surviving Mars style. Love the lighting effects, looks pretty good. I'm actually liking the aesthetic design of the game too. It's very stark and minimalist, while at the same time the buildings themselves actually have a lot of detail to them. It's kind of a yin-yang type deal where the environment itself is very minimalist, but the things you put on top of it are very detailed. So they are currently landing. I guess they're like depressurizing or something. They're doing something right now. I don't know exactly what they're doing inside of there. Lighting off fireworks, apparently. Are they going to get off? Oh, they are. Cool. These were 2D the last time I played the game, if I remember correctly. These were just little 2D, like they almost looked like, you know, like board game stand-ups that you put on top of those little plastic stands. They looked like that, and they just kind of wobbled down here. Now they're actually like full-on 3D models. It's pretty cool. I can't individually select any of the civilians, but there's our first 15 people attempting to resettle the planet. Next tutorial, they want us to generate a power surplus. Okay. I saw power menus in here, and since we're on a very windy location, I'm assuming that we need wind turbines. We can have a field of turbines, or we can have a singular turbine. I think a field of turbines sounds better, personally. Now, these little diagonal areas, I don't really know how to use them. But I figure maybe we put these like right here. Does it say what? Does it matter what direction the wind is coming from? I think it's a valid question to know. Well, let's see if that gets us there. How much does that produce? So these right here. Oh, I've got a light on my clicker. I was going to say, why is there like a giant spotlight on me? So that generates 40 kilowatts right there. I think a battery station is probably a really good idea too. So, like, maybe we'll consider... Can I fit a battery station in right there? Yeah, do that. So, we've got a battery station now, and we've also got power generation. This is basically my first impressions of the game after 2 years of not playing it. And so, we're going to have to kind of take this slow and figure out what's going on. Looks like we've got the battery done, so let's get our reward right there. We've got the battery station. It wants me to charge 2 of them. Oh, batteries are consumables in this. So in other games like Surviving Mars or RimWorld, the battery will actually actively be charged by these wind turbines and it will hold that charge. In this game, it produces actual batteries that can be carried around and plugged into buildings. Okay, that's an interesting change. I'll take it. I accept that as a thing that sounds appealing. How do I turn this light off? I don't think we're going to need it. Did I accidentally hit something that made this light exist? Or does it turn off on its own? Ah, it's the shift key. There we go. Or it might be the little button right here that's the cursor highlighting. I probably would have seen that eventually, but I had to like jump around for a second. Get off my feet and jump around to figure out what's going on. So they can be traded or stored to compensate during power storages. Yeah, I'll probably store them. That's what feels safer to me, is just storing them and like holding on to a grip of them. What is that right there? Vitamins. Okay, so we've got vitamins. How do I know how much money I have? We've got 11,684 credits right now, or crypto. That's cool. I don't know if it's more pragmatic for me to wait this out and like wait for the batteries to be done or continue building. I can't decide. Like, I've got a feeling we're probably going to need other stuff. We got cold storage, matter mine. Gives you 5 workplaces, but it damages the ecology. It's like, technically I could put the matter mine right there. How bad is my ecology right now? The aesthetics of the city. What does ecology look like? So it decreases with the growth of industry, significantly decreases by nuclear power plants, raises if you build parks. Okay. As long as we can, like, cancel it out, that's okay. Like, as long as there's a way to, like, diminish the effect of this building, I'm okay with building it. I'm assuming that's probably what they're going to make me build next. And so I'm just going to get a little bit ahead of the curve right now by storing up some batteries. Did you guys actually bring the Oh, we have 50 of them. Never mind. So apparently that battery is just going to, like, chillax over here and do its own thing.
Large
cool.
Construction completed.
So we've got the matter mine done. Complete with its own helicopter landing pad. I think helicopters are way cooler than airplanes. Hear me out. It's just the way that they fly, like how they kind of strafe and like swing. They just look cooler in the air than airplanes do. Airplanes go straight, and then they have to like bank to move around. With helicopters, they can be going forward super hard and then pitch backwards so the nose is up in the air, but it's like gliding forwards and losing altitude. They're just so like swoopy. I don't know what adjective I would use to describe helicopters, but I think swoopy would be the first one that I would go for. You can just do so many cool things with a helicopter. Fun story about college. I had a buddy in geology who graduated with me, but he became a helicopter pilot. He ended up joining the Air Force because all he ever wanted to do was fly helicopters. And so, like, he stayed a civilian for a couple years after college and got, like, a pilot's license and learned how to, he basically, like, apprenticed and learned how to fly helicopters and then joined the military so that he could optimize his chances. And he ended up doing it. Good for him. I don't know if he got to fly, like, the cool, like, Apache helicopters or anything, you know, like the war helicopters. But either way, he's out there flying helicopters right now. Good for him. We need water extraction. Wonder where that would be at. Probably under food, right? So we've got a water extraction station. What does that do? So filters water from cliff ponds for domestic and industrial use. Okay, cleans groundwater for domestic and industrial use. So, like, which one of these actually pulls the water? So that says extraction in it. What's the difference between these two? I assume that the other one is just maybe a bigger, badder version of it. Build the filters near ponds. I don't know what the difference is between those two objects. I'm not going to question it. Let's put him right over there. And then we'll extract some water. I'm kind of trying to get all of these to adhere to the little squares on the ground so that we can optimize our space. Because from what I can tell, we definitely have a limited amount. Where is that water going down there? Shouldn't there be like a lake right there if there's that much water falling off? Shouldn't this be draining out? Do I have enough people? We have 15 people. That's using 2 out of 4. That's using 3 out of 5. And that's using 3 out of 5. So we've got 8 people out of 15 working right now, as far as I can tell. Our ecology has been damaged by 5%, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. This appears to be pulling some kind of water cell. Is that what that is? Yeah, it's like a container of water. Alright. Wonder if I have to pay people in this game. I think it's a valid concern. Oh, really? We can go times 6. Like, we can go straight plat on this thing if we really want to. How do we generate cash and funds? I assume by trading. Interesting thought. At least we're generating our own matter right now, so that's good. I was noticing that we're going through matter very quickly, so the matter mine seemed like something that we needed to drop, like, ASAP Rocky. Like, it needed to be dropped, like, right now. Otherwise, we weren't going to make it. I'm just going to wait for the water extractor to get done. Oh, I think we're done. Alright, so that's another tutorial down. Let's slow the game down for a second. So we need crop fields, and we need to harvest grain. Alright, so we've got large fields and we've got little fields. So that's workplace and ecology 1. That gives 4 ecology. We need more water in order to get that one done, so I'm going to assume that little crop fields or what we want to get done first. I would like a crop field to go right there. Yeah, just make like a little cropped out area right there. Just crop it up. I believe in you. Crop to your heart's content. I probably should have built this right here so that it would get rid of these little triangular sections that I personally have no idea what to do with. So that takes one worker. Where do I see my unemployment rate at? There's got to be like a marker somewhere. So there's 26 workplaces, or 28 workplaces, apparently, and we only have 15 people. Oh, it's because they got to work there too. Yeah, so the battery station, okay. All right, so we're going to have to bring in some new folks. How do I bring in new folks over here? I'm trying to get folksy. That did repair our ecology, though, which is really, really good. So I'm happy about that. Is anybody actually actively working on these? So we got to harvest 8 grain. It does look like people have gone to work doing just that. Good. I'm happy to hear it. Let's turn this place into a lush green paradise. Are my drones working on it? Like, what are they doing right here? Like, Joni the Droney, what are you attempting to accomplish right now? Are you guys just, like, squatting on top of my localities? So we have 100% power. Lack of electricity affects the living conditions in your city. Okay. So this is drawing 4 kilowatts. We're generating 40 kilowatts right now. So we should be good on kilowatts. I would like to see this maybe fill up with gray. That would denote how much of it is being used on your grid versus how much of it is in reserve. I guess we've got energy required right here, so that'll do it. Never mind, we've got that. It's right here. But I feel like it would be... They could get rid of this entire menu right here if they just made it display right here, and it would streamline the UI a little bit. That's all I'm saying is you would have more screen real estate. Just a suggestion. You get rid of that, and you could take this entire panel and swap it down into the corner, and you would recover some screen real estate. And then for as far as workers go, you could actually afford... How do I get more people to land here? I thought it was just going to happen, like, on a timer. Oh, I need more living spaces. I only have 11 living spaces. That's the holdup. Okay. That holds 13 people and consumes... How big is it? It's like 1 square. Yeah, we could put in like a little residential street right here. Do I get my resources back when I do that? I wanted to rotate it so it was facing this way. So we have like our first little dystopian street running down this way in between the buildings. Yeah, let's add in another building. I want to make sure that we have lots of people coming in because we have 30 workplaces. So I need like the next 2 batches to come in rather quickly so that we can fill in all those spaces and get extra efficient about the way our workflow is grinding away. It looks like grain takes a really long time to grow. And so unfortunately, I think it's going to take a little while before we get that finished off. And I think it may necessitate a secondary water station as well in order to get that going in a way that's satisfactory. This right here is only producing +1. I can add more workplaces. Oh, cool. They've arrived. Good. Fantastic. I could use 15 more workers for sure. This place is like functioning at half speed right now, and I'd like to see that go up. And then, oh look, the matter, it actually gets put right there on that little corner right there. There it is. So you can actually see the matter bars right there. What kind of matter it is, I honestly can't tell you. But hey, it's matter. Don't question it too hard. What does it matter? Now we've got 15 more guys that are now shuffling on out of there. Do they instantaneously go to work? Is that just like a display graphic? It is. It's just a display graphic. So these guys are actually already at work right now, even though it shows them walking down the tarmac or whatever. That's pretty cool. All right. So they've kind of spread out a little bit. I feel like this building would definitely have more space than like 8 people. Look how big it is. Like I would assume each of these is 1 apartment on each side. So you would have like 12 on this side and then like maybe 1 or 2 on each of these quarters. I don't know how big the apartments would have to... Oh, never mind. Our human beings are kind of big. Never mind. So that's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's probably how it spaces it out would be my guess. I guess to scale, our characters are a lot larger than I expected. Okay. Well, our grain harvest hasn't even, like, come in yet, so I think that's going to take a while. We may have to wait a little bit on that one. Like if I speed it up like that. Oh, we got another batch of citizens too. Nice. So with 29 workplaces, we now have 45 people. Oh. I see what I did wrong. I need more places for my little dudes to work. I think wind turbines are probably a good substitute here. Could probably drop one right there, and one right there. That'll give us 3 more workplaces so that we don't have too many people that are like unemployed. And I'll probably hold it right there before we go any further. Completed. How much does this hold all in all?
Small construction completed.
I guess I could expand the warehouse and make it a little bit larger. That did cost us a lot of our money though. That might have been a tad premature. That might have been a little premature. It was probably cheaper to build another storage rack. I'm a little disappointed with myself right now. I feel like I could have done a little bit better right there. But like the grain had nowhere to go out to, and so I kind of acted more quickly than I probably should have. Yikes. Okay, so that's going to take some fixing. I think I may have caused a problem for myself. We're definitely going to have to wait out the tutorial now. We're not going to have a choice on that one. I'm going to need the extra cash per step. There we go. So we got the objective done. I'm going to take my money and we'll see what pops up next. Like what's going to be available. So in our tutorial, we got the matter mine. Now we just need to extract matter. Luckily, that goes pretty quickly. Of all the things that we're lacking right now, I think matter is not one of them. I think matter is holding out pretty strong as of this second. And so we'll kind of just like sit on top of it for right now. Perfect. Just kind of speed the game up for a minute until our matter mines do it. Why did the matter mines slow down? Oh, it's because it's nighttime. That's right. They said it was going to be less efficient at night. And they're not wrong. It runs a little bit slower at night. It looks like we're exporting something because we just got like 150 bucks. Oh, never mind. That was from my tutorial thing. I'm an idiot.
Objective completed.
All right, let me get my 100 bucks right there. And then we've got to build a maintenance center. What does a maintenance center do? Maintenance center. I assume it's inside of this place. Maintenance center. I was wrong. It's not in there. There it is. So what does this do? Monitors the condition of equipment at industrial facilities. Has a special station for quick water refilling of fire drones. I mean, it's got a bunch of jobs, so let's do it. Yeah, I'll throw that in there like zippity-doo-dah. Doesn't look like it's got too many things that need to be brought on over. It looks like they can carry 2 objects with them at a time on each of our drones. I need to figure out how I get more drones. If I remember correctly, I think you used the airports from that for the last time I played the game. I remember that being a major problem that I ran into, was that you needed an airport to build more drones, and like my ability to haul all the things out of my workplaces, it slowed to a crawl because it took me a while to figure out that you needed an airport in order to get more drones. Either that or I think I spent all my money on drones or something like that. I remember in our last YouTube playthrough, I ran out of money. If you're wondering why we're losing money right now, it's because I'm paying unemployment benefits to all the people that are not working right now. We got 32 workplaces and 45 people, so we've got a number of people that are unemployed. That should help out right there. And so we should start making money from taxes. I'm going to take that money right there. We need a 3D printing facility, and it's going to produce engines and furniture. Okay. My guess is that it's in here. Yeah, there it is right there. 3D printing facility. We only have 3 more workers, and that has 5 workplaces. I'll probably throw it in like right there. That looks good. Is that going to negatively affect my ecology? I bet you it will. I bet you it will. And so that's going to max out all of our workers. We've got everybody at work right now. Because you know the Nerd Castle model. Work to live, live to work. That's just how we treat the people that are the backbone of our society. It's necessary. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do in order to get these slackers in motion, okay? Sometimes you got to just, like, you got to build a 3D printing facility where everything that comes out of it has those weird lines on the sides. It's one thing I've noticed about 3D printing. Everything 3D printed has those weird lines on it. It looks like it's made up of like a grid almost of other like little granules or something. I don't know why that is. I assume it has to do with the printing process. I knew a guy that got really, really into 3D printing. Like he was super into it. Like he got into 3D printing and then he would find like, I guess, these CAD files from the internet where he would get these CAD files from the internet that would allow him to build like model airplanes out of 3D printed stuff that would actually fly with like little 3D printed engines that he would like wire and everything. Kind of cool, man. Everybody got to have a hobby. Everybody's got to have a hobby in life. A residential complex. That holds 52 people. I don't know if we need 52 people just yet. That might be a little bit gratuitous. Instead, I would suggest that like maybe we build another 1 or 2 of these. How many residences do we get out of those? We get 13, so that's going to give us 26 more people. So from here, we've got to produce engines. So make a couple engines and I guess make a couple furnitures. Unused production points. What do those do? Maybe they allow me, maybe they can front load their effort so that like you can instacraft things. Maybe. That's kind of what I'm thinking. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me. This is Cliff Empire. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's kind of one of those small indie games that kind of crept under everybody's radar and nobody really knows about it. And so, like, I figured I'd show it off here on the channel. It is being developed right now. If you don't know who I am and what I do here on the internet, my name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie gaming so that you don't have to. Get this game down below, as per always. Leave a like on the video. It helps me out a ton as a content creator. It helps keep me in business as an indie impressions guy so that you can save your money and avoid buying bad games. I'll see y'all later. Thank you for stopping on in. Hi-do, and take care, everybody.